Hi everyone, this is Professor Sohan, Acharya Sohan. I welcome you at this YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe it. I had started a series for ninth class student, and last day we had talked about the first part of the 8th unit. Today we will talk about this part 2 of chapter 8, unit 8 from Bhai book. So you are advised to see the part 1 also, and today we will just discuss about the part 2 of unit 8. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe it and hit the like button if you like it. And you can also send all your queries, all concerned queries to the whole series. Just let it broke down into the message box. So that's why we can work for it. So without wasting too much time, let's start our part 2. So part 2 of unit 8 from the high book is again concerned the very renowned personality Maria Sharapova. Maria Sharapova is a Russian girl and reached the summit of women's tennis when she was barely 18. As we will read about her and see there are is there any comparison in between the Santosh Yadav and the Maria Sharapova. Last in the previous live, we just discussed about Santosh Yadav, and she was one of the best mountaineer. Even we can say the only woman who achieved her target by just reaching at the top of the world at Mount Everest. Today again, we will see another great woman from the world perspective, Maria Sharapova, and we will see that how even into the well-developed countries, women has to face so many difficulties and so many challenges. Sharapova is also one of them. I hope everybody had heard the name of Maria Sharapova. So this extract, which is being prescribed in this book, is merely just to know about the superficial detail about her. I'll be talking about in detail also, but for first 5 to 10 minutes, hardly 10 minutes, let's study about the chapter. So chapter starts with there is something disarming about Maria Sharapova, something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire. And that something in her lifted her on Monday, 22 August 2005, to the world number one position in women's tennis. So she reached at the top in tennis on this particular date. Poised beyond her years, the Siberian born teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach the pinnacle. If we can correlate that Santosh Yadav at the age of approximately 23 reached at the top, Maria Sharapova reached at the top just in her 16 years. Then, however, the rapid ascent in a fiercely competitive world began 9 years before with a level of sacrifice few children would be preparing to endure. Little Maria had not yet celebrated her 10th birthday when she was packed off to train in the United States. That trip to Florida with her father, Yuri, launched her on the path to success and stardom. But it also required a heart-wrenching 2 year separation from her mother, Yelena. The later was compelled to stay back in Siberia because of visa restrictions. The 9 year old girl had already learned an important lesson in life. The tennis excellence would only come at a price. So you can see how mature a 9 year old child is. Maria Sharapova, when she was departed from her mother due to some visa restrictions, she learned how to stay apart, how to make her own path, how to live her own life, and she proved in her later life. Then she said, I used to be so lonely. Maria Sharapova recalls, I missed my mother terribly. My father was working as much as he could keep my tennis training going, so he couldn't see me either. The role of father is always stay hidden, not in the life of Maria Sharapova and Santosh Yadav. In everyone's life, father plays a very crucial and silent role. Mother also, no doubt. Same happened with the Maria Sharapova. Then she said, because I was so young, I used to go to bed at 8 p.m. The other tennis pupils would come in at 11 p.m. and wake me up and other me to tidy up the room and clean it. So this was the difference among other tennis players and Maria Sharapova. Then instead of letting that dress me, I became more quite determined and mentally tough. Last day also, when in the previous uh, part one, we saw that Santosh Yadav also had these qualities: hard work, determination, mental toughness. And Maria Sharapova is also revealing the same thing. Mental toughness leads to some kind of success to everyone, whoever have this quality. Then Maria said, I learned how to take care of myself. I never thought of quitting because I knew what I wanted. When you came from nothing and you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. It's a very important statement. I'm going to repeat it. I knew what I wanted means Sharapova was determined about her vision, as Santosh Yadav was also very determined. Then she said, when you come from nothing and you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. I would have put up with much more humiliation and insults than that to steadfast pursue my dream. Nobody could succeed without facing so many disturbance and restrictions of the society in any terms. Those who are achiever, they also have faced so many difficulties, so many problems in their life. But when they becomes the role model for the society. Then she said, the toughness runs Maria Sharapova even today. It was the key to her bagging the women's single crown at Wimbledon in 2004 and to her meteoric rise to the world number one sport the following year. So in 2004, she became number one tennis player. She revealed her secret. Then she said, while her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia to the summit of women's tennis has touched the hearts of tennis fans. For the youngster herself, there appears to be no room for sentiments. The straight looks and the answer she gives when asked about her ambitions make it amply clear that she considers the sacrifice was worth it. She clearly said, I'm very, very competitive. I work hard at what I do. It's my job. This is her mantra for success. So, everybody, you can take this mantra. I'm going to repeat because it's very important. Maria Sharapova says, I'm very, very competitive. Means if you want to achieve something great in your life, you must be competitive. Don't let it go at any time. And this then she said, I worked hard at what I do. That is also very important thing. And it's my job. Means working hard was her job. She clearly reveals that. And this is the mantra for her success. Then said, though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, then she proudly parodies, uh, parodies her American nationality. Clearly, all doubts. She says, I'm Russian. It's true that the US is a big part of my life, even though which Maria Sharapova everybody knows that Maria Sharapova belongs to US alone because most of the time she used to play in US and the US gave her identity of as an international tennis player among all players. She clearly mentioned, though I was in Russian, but I cannot forget the great contribution of the US. US is a big part of my life, but I have Russian citizenship. My blood is totally Russian. I will play the Olympics, then I will play. She used to read her novel. So her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns appears at odds with her love of pancakes, with chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks. So here she was also a common girl when she used to when she was in the phase of rising. Her life's way of uh, living the life was similar to every grown child. Then she said, Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Her talent, unwearying desire to succeed, and readiness to sacrifice have fulfilled her to the top of the world. Few would grace her the riches she is now reaping, and this is what she has to say about her monetary gains from tennis. Of course, it is a very important line, please quote it. Of course, money is motivation, tennis is a business and sport, but the most important thing is to become number one in the world. That's the dream that kept me going. So, very important statement and very thorough message from Maria Sharapova to its reader that I know money is something that is a kind of motivation that matters in all spheres of life. And she was very clear about that tennis is a no doubt sports, but after then business also. And she said to reach at the top, that was the main means eagerness and desire to succeed in life. So this was a small extract from the life of Maria Sharapova, which is being prescribed into this book. So we saw that how and what main point the role of parents, the role of particular father in the life of Maria Sharapova was very important. Even though when her growing time was there, her mother couldn't accompany her just because of the visa restrictions because she couldn't go into US with her at that time. But that particular phase also played very important role into the growth of Maria Sharapova's life. She could learn how to stay alone, then she could learn to manage herself. And apart from that, she could acknowledge her. She could identify her that who am I, what I to do, and how to live, how to aspire, and how to work for own dreams and set goals.